Greetings, everybody, and thank you all for coming today to honor our veterans, those that are deployed all over the world, and those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. We gather each year as a community to remember the men and women who have given their ultimate sacrifice protecting our freedom. Freedom is not free. Those that we honor today paid the price for that freedom. Although we can never fully thank them for their heroic service during this solemn occasion, we will attempt to do so. The VFW Post 3324 will present colors. Please rise. Pastor Andy Engelhardt of Trinity Lutheran Church will give the invocation.
Let us pray. Our gracious Heavenly Father, we come before you on thanksgiving for all the blessings you've given us in life. And now we thank you for the blessing of those who are willing to put on a uniform, who are willing to risk their lives, and ultimately give up their lives so that we may be free, that the world may be free, that people may know there is such a thing as democracy, that everyone has a voice. And now we remember each and every one of those, that we knew, or those who are unknown, who lost their lives on the battlefield, serving our great country. And we give thanks for those who have survived them. Many brothers and sisters in arms left their friends, their comrades on the battlefield, and lost that relationship because of their sacrifice. We ask you to give them comfort as you comfort their families. We ask that you strengthen us so we may continue to not just remember them, but honor all that they did, and also be thankful for those who have served and condemned. We ask this in the power and glory of Jesus Christ, your Son, our Lord. Amen.
The Pledge of Allegiance to the United States of America. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The national anthem will be played by Jimmy Alex. Post 3324. And now, our mayor, Nick Kapatis.
as a real tribute to the amount of residents that come here every year. We appreciate the fact that you guys take the time to come here on this Memorial Day celebration that we like to have every year. It's been a tradition in our community for a long time. We intend to do it for every year. So at this time, it's my job to introduce everyone. Of course, Councilwoman Eleanor Kelly, who's our MC. Council President Patty Passio, will help coordinate all this. Councilman John Ramirez, Councilman Bob Farrell, Councilman Mike Root, and Councilman Craig Robinson. This time I'm going to turn the microphone over to Mr. Belsordo. He's going to help us out through the rest of the service that we have today. Thank you again. Have a great day.
Irene, Joe, Irene, can you stand forward? Brian, can you stand forward, please? Ladies and gentlemen, it's really an honor today that we're going to make a presentation to Chief Joseph Kessler's family. Yeah, let's see how far we can get out. I've had the privilege and actually the honor of knowing the Kessler family for a long time. He was my sergeant during the safety patrols. I think that goes back a little bit well enough. Joe was always there for this town, believe me. He was an honor, straight as an arrow. I mean, if you got a ticket, you better pay that ticket. Joe Kessler was not going to help you out because you did wrong. And he remained a friend of mine up until his last days. I'm honored to be here today, just as a special honor, to be able to read into the record the plaque that we're going to present to Irene and Brian on his behalf. Borough of Runnemede Mayor and Council honors the memory of Chief Joseph Kessler. It is with great pride that we present this plaque to Irene Kessler to honor Police Chief Joe Kessler on this Memorial Day 2019. Chief Kessler served the Borough of Runnemede and the Runnemede Police Department for over 2 decades, our longest serving police chief. Joe served his country during World War II as a member of the United States Marine Corps. Joe Kessler's commitment to his country and to his community are a true testament of his love for his fellow man. Joe Runnemede is proud of the many accomplishments and contributions that Chief Kessler made during the many years he served and protected our citizens. God bless Joe Kessler and all of our veterans. It's dated May 27, 2019 by order of the Mayor, Nick Kapadas. How about a standing ovation today? That has to be one of the biggest honors I've ever had from the community. Believe me. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, just a couple things I want to bring to your attention. Since I got the microphone, they don't let me get rid of it real fast. I want to give notice to something that's very interesting. Commander Sampolsky and myself recently had some contact with the United States Army, and it was an interesting situation. It's for the benefit of our community, but I'm not at liberty to discuss what is happening. But when I spoke to the captain who came from North Bergen, New Jersey, and I indicated to him that I lived in Runnemede and that Commander Sampolsky lived in Runnemede also, he said, Runnemede, whereabouts is that? And I said, well, it's exit 3 of the turnpike. And he said, wait a minute. He says, do you have a Wawa in your town? I said, there's a Wawa in every town down here. I said, that pretty well narrowed it down. He says, no, wait a minute. He said, we got off the turnpike and there was a Wawa. We stopped for coffee. He said, there's a magnificent monument that's over there. He said, is that Runnemede? I said, it is. He says, my friend, let me say this to you. He says, I'm in charge of 537 communities in the state of New Jersey, and my partner handles eastern Pennsylvania. He says, over 1,000 communities. He says, that monument does not belong in your town. That monument belongs in Washington, D.C. Wow. He said, we took the liberty of taking pictures of it, and we intend to use it for recruitment purposes. He says, we had no idea that you two guys lived in that town. He says, my God, he says, where did you ever get the wherewithal? And I said, I have to tell you, it was not done with a whole lot of borough funds. It was done with private funds. I said, the people of the borough of Runnemede stand forward whenever we ask them. And he said to me, he said, well, he says, I'm telling you right now, he says, and I'm only speaking on behalf of New Jersey and the adjutant of New Jersey. He says, I wish only 10 communities do what you guys did for the veterans in our state. We have one hell of a state. That puts us in the top 10, I'd say. So, you know, I really have to say, You know, and we have to give credit. We have to give credit to our public works over here who spent all this time. Our VFW, the American Legion, it's there. Some of the, I know the VFW ladies are up here. The Boy Scouts are up here. Everybody pitches in for these monuments, okay? And I'm just so proud to tell you this, but I'm going to make it even better for you, okay? As you know, last year we dedicated a World War I monument. Next year will be the 75th anniversary of the ending of World War II. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to see World War II veterans be forgotten as the World War I veterans were in our community. Next year, give them a hand, they deserve it. I am proud to tell you that without one penny of borough funds and without one penny extra money that we need from any of the borough, we will be able next year to dedicate a plaque in memory of the ending of World War II on VJ Day, okay? Hopefully, it'll be there, and I want some of our World War II veterans to be the one to take that blanket off this time. We're not going to forget them. And that's through the kindness and generosity of Billy Moen, our own former freeholder who's now running for assemblyman. But Billy was instrumental in getting a grant for us, and we're going to use that grant with the mayor's permission to have a plaque erected, and we'll have that in permanent memory, World War II veterans. Those of you who are out there, God bless you. Stick around for a year. We want to see you unveil that thing. And while we're doing that, I do want to say this to you, that through the mayor and myself and Commander Sampolsky, we are setting up a veterans wall in the Borough Hall, okay? And it'll be a permanent tribute to the veterans. You already have some items already. Those of you who have some memorabilia, and I don't care whether memorabilia came from World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, you know, the enduring freedom. If you have some type of memorabilia that would be appropriate, we will display that for you. We'll put it on loan and display it for you. Even just a letter from somebody that once had served, maybe a little pin or something of that nature. I would love to see our showcase filled with things from Runnemede itself. I already have several plaques that we have we're going to be putting up there, but we want to make this Runnemede's tribute forever to the veterans, okay? I just love this community. I think you know that. I just love it, and I love it because of the veterans, and God bless you all. And in ending, let me say this to you, through my offices and the courtesy of Philly Diner, all of you veterans are invited to a luncheon on June the 3rd at noontime. It's going to be held in the patio rooms, so you don't have to worry about walking up the steps. Come on out and just enjoy yourself. It's our little way of saying thanks. I don't know how else to do it. So God bless America, and God bless every one of you. And thank you, Mayor and Council, for the opportunity. Now, a lot of you folks are wondering about Memorial Day, and I'm going to give you a short little interesting story. Most of you know that Memorial Day started as Decoration Day, and it started actually in a Confederate cemetery outside Georgia. And what occurred was the Union commander saw these widows dressed in black in the early morning spreading flowers over top of the Confederate graves. He sent his adjutant out and find out what was going on. They said, we're just spreading flowers in memory. He wrote to his wife in New Hampshire and said, what a wonderful idea to do that. So what occurred very simply was in 1868, Jonathan Logan, the adjutant, the state adjutant, or the United States adjutant, declared Decoration Day to be on the 4th, at that time it wasn't the 4th Monday, it was May 30th, when all the flowers across the nation would be spread. And that's how it started as Decoration Day. It then morphed into Memorial Day with President Eisenhower. But remember one thing, that the original purpose was to honor Civil War veterans, Confederate as well as Union. And a lot of people don't know what the activity was in New Jersey. Believe it or not, New Jersey was not crazy about joining the Union. Okay, it's been well said that we were the Alabama of the North. The reason being, very simply, was that the great mills in North Jersey, Patterson, Jersey City, Hudson, and that area, were dependent upon something called cotton in order to make garments. And they made a lot of heavy garments. They sold the garments all over the world. And when they realized that the South was about to secede, it wasn't too popular for us to join in this because they would lose that source of cotton. They didn't have nylon, they didn't have Orlon, they didn't have rayon. It was cotton. You had cotton and wool. So they actually fought us joining the Union. And it was only through, believe it or not, this area down here, and I'm talking about as local as Haddonfield, where there was a good Quaker population who were able to convince the New Jersey authorities to go with the Union. Okay, and that's the reason why. Had we not had that strength down here in South Jersey, and everybody talks about how North Jersey rules us, it was South Jersey. It was Freemansville, which is now Lawnside, Haddonfield, some of the other surrounding communities. Camden had a big Quaker population. They were against slavery, and they convinced the state to go with the Union. Well, I can tell you it wasn't that popular for that. And when the first Jersey regiments were brought in, they were brought in at the Battle of Bull Run. And believe it or not, their job was not to fight. Their job was to take rear echelon and prevent the soldiers from leaving the battle line, the Union soldiers from leaving the battle lines. They were ordered to shoot unless they returned back to the battle lines. People didn't realize that Bull Run was a real war. They thought they were going out for war games or something. But Jersey was actually challenged, and they had to hold the lines so that the battle could continue. But we recovered a lot from there, okay? And I'm proud to tell you that we were referred to as the Jersey Blues. And the Jersey Blues rededicated themselves to the spirit of the Union. The Jersey Blues fired more cannons and more artillery than any other state at the Battle of Gettysburg, okay? The Jersey Blues were the one that led the battle during Gettysburg. So while we may have had some problems about whether we wanted to be part of the North or not, by the end of the war, Jersey showed itself, just like we always do. So, you know, try and remember that Memorial Day is for all veterans, but it started out with a little bit of a fight in New Jersey. God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. That was really interesting. Before we go over to the processional at the memorial, I just wanted to thank the Boy Scouts for coming today, for the VFW Post 3324, for Youth Mayor and Council. I know you're here. Please stand up and let us know that you're here, Youth Mayor and Council. There they are. That's Youth Mayor and Council. Thank you for coming and hosting this wonderful event. We really do appreciate it. And now, we're going to have the processional to the memorial, led by Commander Sam Polsky.
Okay, before we start, we're going to have the Cub Scouts place their wreath and flags first. Go ahead. Nice job. As long as two comrades survive, so long will the veteran of foreign wars of the United States render tribute to our heroic day. Comrades, attention. On this day forever consecrated to our heroic dead, we are assembled once again to express sincere reverence. This monument represents the resting places of many departed comrades who served in all wars. Wherever the body of a comrade lies, their ground is hallowed. Our presence here is in solemn commemoration of all those men, an expression of our tribute to their devotion to duty, to their courage and patriotism, by their services on land, on sea, and in the air, they have made us their debtors, for the flag of our nation still flies over land of free people. Parade rest. Comrade Chaplain, you will ask the divine blessing.
Father of all of them, in the depth of our silent reverence, we realize the truth of the inspired words, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. As comrade after comrade departs, we march on with our ranks grown thinner. Help us to be faithful unto thee and to one another. Look in mercy on the widows and the children of our departed comrades, we beseech thee. And with thine own tenderness, console and comfort those who are bereaved. Heavenly Father, bless our country with freedom, peace, righteousness. Through thy favor, we meet at last before thy throne in heaven. We praise thy great name forever and ever. Amen.
Attention, officers and members of VFW Post 3324, veteran of foreign wars in the United States. We will now pay our respects to our departed comrades. In doing so, we offer solemn tribute to all comrades wherever they may rest. Comrade Senior Vice Commander.
On behalf of Post 3324 Veterans of Foreign Wars in the United States, I place this symbol of vital remembrance
Comrade Junior Vice Commander.
I place this symbol of purity on this comrade's grave. May each future generation emulate the unselfish courage of all men and women who fought for freedom.
Comrade Officer of the Day.
In memory of the heroic dead who have fallen in defense of the United States of America, I place this tribute with our devotion, everlasting remembrance.
Madam President of the Ladies Auxiliary to the Veterans of Foreign Wars.
On behalf of the Auxiliary, Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States, I place this emblem of eternity. Its color bespeaks life everlasting. Thus do we immortalize the brave deeds of our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines who have given their lives on land, on sea, and in the air.
On behalf of our glorious republic, for whose integrity our comrades enlisted and served, I place this emblem of the nation, the flag of our country with theirs to defend. Its glorious colors shall wave over them in death as in life for everyone to behold. To you, comrades who have departed, we render a silent salute. Comrades, present arms.
Edward Casper, Joseph J. Sampolsky, Francis Sensman, Leonard B. Schaefer, John Schnepp, John E. Shackleton, Gerald H. Finnis, Carl G. Foreman, Earl A. Troop.
Comrades, in the silent land beyond, wherever your mortal remains may rest, these solemn services will be held in tribute to you. Order arms, this ends the ceremony. And I thank everyone in the town for coming.